And hello, welcome back to Sofia by Night, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle set in Sofia, Bulgaria. It's set in the Dark Ages, although our characters still seem to be a little puzzled about what's going on, where it is, when it is, because who knows? They're dead things. I'm gonna introduce, or excuse me, I'm gonna let my players introduce themselves, and we're gonna start with Jen.
Jen, I'm playing Iskra. She's a 15-year-old vampire in the Bruja clan, usually pretty grumpy and looking for a fight. At this moment, if you've watched any previous of the story or listened to it, she's not herself lately.
And Matt.
Matt, I'm playing Praetor of the Nosferatu clan. He is far less angry than Iskra, and in fact has turned others of the other vampires away from violence, although he himself is quite skilled at it. And he's much more patient, much more of a leave me the hell alone kind of guy.
All righty.
Previously on Sofia by Night.
In a surprise turn, the Council of Dust did not approve a blood hunt on Praetor's sire, Tervel. Unsure what to do next, Iskra and Praetor wisely chose to find their coterie mate Hildegard and turn her from the path of destruction. After debating their options, the coterie decided that Demetrious might still be their best option for finding Tervel. So it's a new night. The vampires have risen from their sleep, and I would like to have them each make a rouse check, please.
Okay, let's see how we
Click
do.
the button.
Click the button. I got a 2.
Hunger went up by 2. Yep, we both got a 2.
Alrighty. Did you roll, Jen?
I did. I got a 2.
Oh, okay. The cursor thing must be.
Oh, did it not work? I didn't drag it over. Maybe that's the problem. Do you just click it?
Yeah, you just have to click it. Oh, there I see it roll.
There we go.
Oh, now it's a 4.
Okay.
You can pick whichever one you
It's
want.
still a failure, so.
Yeah, it's still.
That's fine. Okay. So Praetor is getting a little peckish. But Iskra's okay at the moment. And excuse me, I can't forget about Hildegard. And she failed, so she's actually a little hungry as well. Okay. So you've decided that finding Demetrious might be your best option, which would probably mean going back to the Thick Sheep, everyone's favorite club,
Right.
to find him. It's still early evening, so you're able to kind of leave when you want to. Anything you need to do before you head out?
I don't know.
I'm debating whether or not I should feed before we go take care of business. If things go sour, I could be in dire straits.
You could be, yes.
It's early yet, right?
Yeah, it's early.
I prefer.
Evening.
All right. My predator is Sandman, so I prefer people to be asleep. So I think we're gonna risk it because I'd rather feed afterwards when people are more likely to be unconscious.
it's just your preferred.
Right, I know it doesn't have to be that way.
Okay.
It's just what I would prefer, and at the level of hunger I'm at, I'm more concerned about finding Demetrious. This shouldn't go south. But that's famous last words.
I don't know.
Especially since he seems interested in Iskra. So
Yeah.
I think I'll pass. We'll go right for the thick sheep, I think.
Okay.
And it just lost my character sheet.
Oh no.
I'll load it back up. But yeah, I think, I mean, unless Iskra has something major to do,
Mhm.
I'm
No.
all for heading right for the thick sheep.
Okay.
I have nothing to do. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, let's start there then.
Okay. So you make your way over to the sheep, as the kids call it, and
Mhm.
now is Praetor going to go in, or is it just the ladies going in?
I want to go in under disguise.
Okay.
We'll give the ladies like a couple of minutes to come in behind me.
Okay.
I basically want to quickly check out and see if Demetrious is here,
Hmm.
and more importantly, see if he recognizes me through my disguise.
Okay.
We'll give him a couple of minutes, or give them a couple of minutes, basically. Like, unless they see me come back out, like I'll wait for them to come in.
Okay.
So just a few minutes, just to see. Let's see if if he's there, and B, if he recognizes me through any of my particular disguise.
Okay.
So I was looking at there's a cost involved with doing this.
Hmm.
Why is this being really slow now?
Let
There it is.
me.
Um,
Which
but
which
for
ingredient?
using the Mask of a Thousand Faces,
Ask of 1,000 faces.
there was a cost
It's a
involved.
rouse check,
Is it a
and
rouse check?
it is a rouse check,
Okay.
and there's really no test, but it's definitely a rouse check.
Okay. So let's see if this makes things worse. Again, click the button. All right.
Success.
So success.
Okay.
So no hunger increase. So yay. And I'll go in under the cloak of obfuscate.
Okay. Is this going to be one of the faces you wore when you had been in here those previous nights?
I guess so, because I want to. If people start seeing a new person show up too much,
Hmm.
they might start to question that. So I'll
It's
try to
true.
keep a similar looking face,
Okay.
so that
Uh,
somebody might see me as a regular
okay.
eventually. Maybe not now, but eventually.
Okay. So
How do I add?
you
Oh, there we
go.
go.
Excuse me. You go in. As you walk in, you recognize some of the other regulars. Excuse me, at the
All
bar.
right.
The bartender actually nods to you, like recognizes you from
Okay.
one of your
Good.
previous nights. It's not a very big place, but as you kind of get past the bar, you glance back to the that kind of back area where you had seen
Hmm.
Demetrious before, and he is sitting in that back booth by himself.
Okay.
A goblet of wine, seems to be just scribing some, can't talk tonight, writing some notes on a piece of paper. He doesn't
Okay.
glance up. He just kind of seems like he's kind of in his own little world writing away. So
Okay. I will. I don't want to interrupt him or make it. I don't want to make myself obvious. So I will just kind of circulate, get my own table or booth or whatever. Not. I don't want to be anywhere near him, but I want to be able to see where he's sitting.
okay, you can take a, there is a spot at the bar that you would be able to kind of casually glance over in that
Okay.
direction.
Fine by
Um,
me.
okay, okay. So order order some wine and
Yeah. Or
okay,
whatever the house drink is,
okay.
and then wait for the ladies to arrive.
It's kamikaze tonight. So, um,
Tequila.
exactly. So the ladies were not coming in until you give them the
Give them
heads
5
up.
minutes. No, no,
Gotcha.
no. Wait 5 minutes. If I came back out, obviously we would
I gotcha.
reassess our plan.
Okay.
But no, if I don't come out in 5 minutes, they're to come in.
Okay. Okay.
Now I don't know that they'll recognize me either, unless they have some way to penetrate my disguise.
No.
Probably not.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
good. That's this way they don't trip themselves up by recognizing me. That's what I
Mhm.
want.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Alrighty. Then we switch back over to Esker and Hildegard. Hildegard is, you know, she's been learning more of the Ventrue style, so she's probably dressed much better than this place calls for. And how about Iskra? Did she dress to the nines?
No, Isker doesn't do that. Just wearing something simple, you know.
Hair's not hanging in her face, perhaps.
Maybe, you know, she doesn't have her helper anymore, so
That's
it
true.
could be kind of like, you know,
Okay.
just shove it out of the way.
So the ladies go in. There's a lute player tonight over by the fireplace. A young man, your very stereotypical bard look, playing a lute, singing a song about a lost love. Does have an old bowl or something sitting by his at his feet. There's only maybe like a coin or two in there. So I would assume they don't go to the bar. They kind of sidestep
No.
the bar and perhaps glance in Demetrious's direction.
Yeah, yeah. We can like stand near where this lute player is performing and just kind of glance over
Okay.
and see. And
Now they have not attempted to look different, correct?
no,
Okay.
Isker doesn't.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't think so,
Yeah.
but I just want to make sure.
No, Isker does not care about this sort of thing.
Okay. After a moment or two, Demetrius does seem like he just kind of looked up and then he notices you guys and he's like, "Oh, come."
Oh, and I
Waves you
tap
over.
on Hildegard. I'm like, let's go, let's go.
She's like, "All right." And
You don't have to, but I'm going to. And I start walking over there.
and you stroll over to where he is. He stands up and says, "Ladies, it's so good to see you again. What brings you in?" It certainly can't be the wine. This place is terrible.
No. Although, I mean, even bad wine might be okay. But we just were looking for something to do, and you know, we heard some music. So,
Hmm.
how have you been?
I have been well. I have been contemplating leaving Sofia at some point.
Oh, why?
It seems an unfriendly place of late. But enough about me. Please, have a seat.
Okay, I sit down.
Where is your friend, the gentleman who was with you previous nights?
Oh, I'm sure he's got something to be doing. He didn't really say, and I didn't want to push him. So, yeah.
Already learning to lie like a cheap rug.
Isker's been lying for a while. Do you remember how
Yeah.
she encountered
yeah.
Matthias and all that?
Starting to flow easier now for her, though.
Of course it is.
So, has your... And he kind of looks around. He's like, troublesome friend been found yet?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
Found? What do you mean by found?
He was, he says in kind of a low voice, related to your friend, the other gentleman. I believe his name was Praetor.
Yes, that's his name. But related, like, you think they're family or something?
This isn't the kind of place where we can speak in open terms.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm sure I have no idea if they're related or in some way. It's really none of my business.
So then, what can I do for you then this evening?
You can buy us a drink and provide company for a little while. As the music plays, it'd be nice.
He kind of snaps his fingers, and the bartender comes over. He orders you guys some of the better tasting wine. Probably still served out of the same nasty buckets, but hey,
Whatever.
it's the thief. It's the sheep.
Yeah.
Lute player switches to a song about finding love. So apparently he'd lost love, but now he's found love, and the song's a little more cheerful.
That's nice.
One or two patrons wander over and drop some coins in his hat, so he seems like okay, yeah, maybe happy songs are better with this crowd.
Yeah.
Praetor,
Hmm.
you can't hear what they're saying.
I know.
Okay.
I'm basically watching to see if anything, making sure they're okay. He's not doing anything stupid or foolish.
No.
Well, neither are they. At this point, we just wanted to see if we didn't know if he was going to even be here. And at this point, we just kind of see, like, is he really interested in Iskra and Hildegard or both? Or like, what is his, I guess, what is his level of interest at this point? We also do want to see, like the plan is to see what he might know about Tervel, but I don't know if he's going to know anything. That's kind of where we're at, is what does he know and can he help us?
I'd like you both to make a wits and investigation roll, please.
Okay. Wits. Oh, I didn't add the other one. Whoops. Okay, let me find investigation. Maybe ignore that. Where the heck is it?
Investigation.
These little buttons are so small.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Investigation. Where the heck are
It
you?
is under mental. That's one of your skills.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Mental. All right.
Nice. 3 successes on 4 dice.
Alrighty.
Okay, wait. Under mental, there's health. Okay, the mental box says intelligence, wits, resolve. You wanted intelligence?
Investigation.
No.
So wits. Under mental, you want wits.
Okay.
And
then mental. There's a mental under the skills page on the skills section on the left side.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's down. I had to scroll down to see it. It comes off just off the edge. So.
Off the edge.
Mine did at any rate. I don't know what yours looks like.
I don't know.
Do you see academics?
Do I see academics?
Yeah. Left side. Like if you're looking at the left side of the sheet, you see physical at the top, strength, dex, stamina. Then underneath that, it should say skills, right?
That says social and then mental.
No, that's to the right. Look down.
Okay.
And then you should say skills, physical, social, mental.
Okay.
Do you see that? Well, let's see.
Skills.
I'm gonna try
physical, social, mental. Yes. And so we're looking for investigation?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So I click that one as well and hit a black dot.
Okay.
Nope, gotta drag
Hold on.
it.
Let me.
I think I have to drag it.
You have to drag it. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That didn't work.
Let me do it.
You have to click off wits, and then click on the little black dot, and then click and hold it and drag it. Or you can do it the other way around. That's what I did. I clicked off the skill, then went up to wits and dragged the die.
Hold on, trying to drag the die. Okay, it did something.
There.
Okay, awesome. 4 successes. Okay. Matt, from where you are, he looks like he's not necessarily holding back. He's just kind of almost losing interest in the conversation already. Iskra, he's definitely getting quieter, almost kind of a, okay, what do you want kind of attitude. like he's seen through the, we're just here to have some drinks and chat. He's kind of like, all right, let's get down to it. So.
Okay. I will approach the women and him.
Okay, he looks up.
And I'm going to be in disguise first. I want to see if I'll just say hello and see what happens. See what he does. If he does anything.
Okay.
I'm like, who is this guy?
You seem familiar to me, friend, but I can't quite place your face.
With its back to the rest of the bar or inn, he will drop the mask and then hopefully then the sign of recognition on Iskra and Hildegard's face is hopefully convinced.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do know you. You all right?
Yeah,
I thought you were just some random person, but no, this is our friend.
Demetrious goes, I'd wondered where you were. Please have a seat.
He will sit down again, keeping his face away from the main crowd.
Okay.
We have need, perhaps, of your services. We have been looking for Tervel, and he has been so far hidden or remained secretive. The powers that be will not call upon him to punish him. However, there are people amongst our group, our kind, who do wish to see him punished for his actions. How loyal are you to him?
I have no loyalty to him. He seems to be a thoughtless clod who has caused me nothing but grief.
Excellent. We seek him.
Holds up a finger. He says, there may still be ears about. I'd suggest.
Drink my wine.
I would suggest continuing our conversation somewhere more private.
Agreed. Would you be willing to return with us to our abode? And I indicate Hildegard and Iskra.
No, I have somewhere I think much more secure than perhaps you might be able to provide me.
Tell us, where do we go? Where do we meet you?
Follow me. And he kind of stands up slowly, has a walking stick, has a hat. It is not a gray pointy hat, however.
No stars and moons on it.
Down the wine, put it down on the table, and then follow.
No stars and moons.
It's not royal blue.
No, exactly. So he gets up, takes some coins from his pocket, tosses them onto the bar. So this is for the drinks, and tosses a gold coin though. He kind of flips it off his finger and lands in the lute player's bowl. And he's just like,
wow.
Oh, thank you, sir. And he just starts strumming away, just singing the most happy
my gosh.
song that he can think of,
Before I leave the table, I'm going to down the wine because I could use that right now. And
Praetor will simply leave it behind.
Okay. You head out the door. He holds the door for everyone. And once everyone's out, you follow him. You head about 2 blocks north from the sheep. And as you're walking, you're going through a neighborhood that you've been through like a million times. But I would like you guys to make a wits and awareness, please. This is going to be a difficulty 5.
Okay. Wits and awareness. Where is
Oh, excuse me. Hold on.
Go.
Yep. Oh yeah, never mind. Matt fixed it. So.
I was trying to change the difficulty.
Yeah.
So.
Awareness. Okay, click that one as well. I think no.
You said wits, right?
Wits and awareness, please.
Yeah, wits and awareness, and then how do we change the difficulty?
It's already set.
It's already set. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I got
awareness.
Matt got
2.
Yep.
Yeah, I got 2.
I don't know what I did.
Oh,
and
Jen got 3.
Yeah.
Yep. But you did it right. So you got 3 out of 4, and I got 2 out of 5.
Yep.
Okay.
you did it fine. And you notice that Demetrious has stopped, and you now notice that there's a house in the neighborhood you just never saw before. You're just like, I've walked this neighborhood a million times. I swear that house wasn't there before.
Does it look new?
It's still not even new. It's just very ordinary. But somehow, and it's not, a Harry Potter thing where it shrunk or
right.
It's just overlooked.
Yes, you've just never noticed this house here before.
Very strange.
And he walks to the front door, and he actually puts up a hand. He says, "Just one moment, please."
All right.
And he turns his back to you. Let's see. I'm not going to make you roll for this. You hear him speaking in whispering in some kind of language. You're just not even sure what. It just sounds like gibberish to you. You're just like, what the heck is he saying?
Hmm.
And then you hear the door just like almost like not shake, but like if something was locked tight and something just loosens. There's like a little bit of a like release almost, and the door just releases a little bit. And he opens up the door and gestures for you to go inside.
Okay. I'm going through the door.
Okay, Hildegard
I will
follows.
follow.
Okay,
I will follow the ladies.
okay. As soon as Praetor steps in, he steps back into the doorway, just kind of physically blocking it. Um, and he's again his back to you, and you hear him say something again in that language he was speaking, and you just can't quite
Hmm.
make it out before he kind of steps back and just closes the door. He says, "All right, you are now in a secure location where we can speak freely. Um, it's a modest house. There is 2 floors to it, and but just kind of average looking furniture. You get the feeling nobody really stays here very much. Most of the furniture doesn't even look like it's used. Um, but there is a staircase that leads off to the left, and like a small kitchen area. Um, and he kind of gestures to some of the some sitting chairs. I guess all
Oh,
chairs are for sitting, really, but
yeah.
he gestures for you to sit down. He says, and again, here we can speak freely. Now, you seem to be searching for your friend Tervel, then?
Yes. I do not know what you know of our kind,
I
but
know.
you know enough. Tervel has committed crimes, and the leaders of our leaders have decided that he is not to be punished for this. However, he is still a thorn in our side. Um, it is my opinion that what he has done is reprehensible and he should be punished for it. However, those above us have decided that it is too political for them to punish him directly. But there's nothing that says that we cannot punish him ourselves. He has been outcast from the city of Sofia, and he is persona non grata. So what befalls him is of no consequence to anyone but himself.
Kind of rubs his chin. I don't have a beard anymore, so
Yeah. Our concern is that he is quite adept at hiding. And while I am slowly becoming skilled in that art myself. I have no way to penetrate such stealth among our kind. As you can see, even my own associates were unable to recognize me
Right. Right.
in the thick sheep. Tervel can do much the same and probably is better at it than I am. We wondered if you had such skill at your disposal that might be able to penetrate such a disguise or help us locate him.
I do indeed. But it may
Hmm.
come at some cost to you. Is this something you're prepared to do?
It depends on the cost. I believe Tervel should be punished for what he has done. Plus, he represents how should I say, a personal. I'm not sure of the word. Um, he threatens my life in the fact that he knows me. He knows how to find me. Unless I wish to remain cloaked and hidden from everyone for the remainder of my existence, he could spy upon me at his leisure. Granted, if I could find him, I could do the same. But yes, I would be willing to pay any cost to rid this world of his presence, so that I may live safely.
If I understand your kind correctly, your blood is his blood, no?
As I understand it, but the way it was taught to me was he found me. We call each other sire and child, but it is more of a formality, as I was embraced, and he kind of winces at that word, years ago, according to him. And he discovered me elsewhere. He claimed me as his own child because we are the same clan.
Hmm. That is interesting. Did you know this, Iskra?
I think I knew something of it, but not in that detail.
So you really have no blood tied to him then?
None I am aware of, other than perhaps a blood debt after a fashion, for he claimed me as his child. But once he committed his crimes against our leadership, he forsake all claims against me.
He seems kind of not put off, kind of. Not quite sure that's true.
Well, I am uncertain as to what his position is now within our city, town, whatever. The others, other vampires may deal with him on their own, but from what I without the call upon and he starts talking freely, without the call of the blood hunt by our elders, he's kind of left to his own devices. I am uncertain what, if anything, he will do.
I'd like you to make a resolve and awareness roll, and it is going to be difficult. It is going to be a 6.
Both of us, or just
Just Praetor.
Okay.
I have a lot of missed the dot. I have a lot of dice for this, but only one success.
I sense there's something you do not know, Praetor.
That would not surprise me, as Tervel has left many secrets. We're only beginning to understand what he's done, or what he was involved with, besides your own machinations.
Storyteller's rolling dice, not good. He kind of really he just kind of looks you in the eye, and he's just kind of really looking intensely at you.
He's using his voodoo. He's using his voodoo. Bad juju.
He says, I must, and you must know the truth. So let's see. Would you try to resist him trying to look into your head, which most people would, but I like to make sure
Yeah, because I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
I don't understand how
exactly.
The player understands how magic with a K works.
Yeah.
The character does not, so
exactly.
he would resist.
Exactly. That's what I thought. Okay. Let's do a resolve and survival roll. And it's going to be a difficulty 5.
Do I have any survival? Is that it? Where is? Oh, there it is. Okay. And difficulty 5, so it's still there.
You're almost trying to like
Survival
brace.
there.
Almost trying to like brace yourself to like
Yeah.
resist.
Mentally resist. My mental fortitude. Oh, geez. I rolled 3 10s. 5 successes. When it counts, Praetor's like, no.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
He is a stubborn bastard.
Yes, he is.
And yeah, he says,
He's gonna have to convince Praetor a lot harder than that.
"Gotcha. All right, let's try this again then, or try a different tact. Let's try it that way."
He wards off the evil eye. Like, no.
There must be some connection between the two of you. I can't believe that you would be so in debt to him for just finding you. Is there any
As
other?
it was explained to me, I was left in a state that other vampires find difficult to recover from. But he managed it through feeding me the proper, well, let's just say it, blood. This is what was told to me by him, but I had no reason to doubt him, understand. At this point, Praetor's like, can you discover the link between Tervel and I, besides simply finding me?
There is a way.
Oh, I've heard of this.
And what does it involve?
It will involve some of your blood.
Will it be consumed in the process?
No. He just turns up his nose like, no.
I don't mean
Ugh.
I don't mean consumed in that way, but perhaps used up is a better term.
Perhaps. Perhaps most of it would be used up.
How much do you need?
You are going to make you're gonna make a rouse check.
Okay.
If it's successful, you give him the blood he needs, and it doesn't make you any more hungry. But
Okay. I'm gonna click that rouse button. 8.
oh, wrong screen.
Did it-
All
Oh,
right.
I scrolled up too high.
Oh
Too
yeah,
far.
no,
Yeah,
you're
there it is. I see it at the bottom. I was
Okay.
scrolled up somehow. I was like, wait a minute, where'd it go? Oh, there it
okay.
is at the bottom. I was all the way at top.
Okay. Okay, you are successful.
Okay.
He produces. He kind of goes over to the kitchen and kind of rumbles through some things. It comes out with this small basin, and he sets it in front of you, and he says, "Do you possess anything that he might have given you? A personal effect of his?"
He gave me the sword, my sword,
Mm-hmm.
and draw the weapon. He gave this to me as a gift
Ah,
upon my presentation to the prince.
excellent.
It is a either a replica or, well, according to him, it was a a, a Roman weapon.
He kind of runs his fingers across it, and he's kind of closing his eyes, and he's
Mm-hmm.
like, and I do sense his essence upon this, and kind of takes the sword, kind of puts it off to the side, and rumbles around in his robes and pulls out this ornate looking dagger. And he says, "I will need some of your blood to be placed onto the sword." So he takes the sword back, puts it over the basin, and
Mm-hmm.
then hands you the dagger. Basically, wants you to cut your hand or wherever you
Yeah.
choose to cut, and let your blood pour onto the sword.
Now, is that what the rouse check was for,
Hmm.
or was that something? Okay,
That was
so
the
yeah,
rouse check. Yeah, I had you do it
okay, yeah, he'll
preemptively. So,
yeah, no worries. I just want to make sure we weren't doing it again,
yep, yep,
because
yep.
I'm not relying on my luck tonight. Although
Hmm.
I've gotten lucky twice.
Oh my
That's about
gosh.
all I can ask for.
Oh,
So yeah, he'll
There might be
he'll do the
another one. You
motion.
never
And,
know. So.
well, yeah, exactly. I'm crossing my fingers. So,
Mhm.
so he'll cut. He'll do like the across the forearm, like not across the wrist, but up and down like the forearm. Like
Okay.
start at the elbow and work his way down towards his wrist, and make like about a 3-inch long gash and let it pour out, and then
Okay. Okay. And
Okay,
when
that
he's
is not
done,
what I was expecting to happen.
okay.
Good.
Now I would like Iskra to make a rouse
Mhm.
check at seeing this blood.
Okay. You just hit the rouse button.
Mhm.
I saw the dice roll away.
Yeah.
Looks like a success according to
Success.
the
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Good. Okay.
doohickey.
Good. Okay.
Mhm.
So she doesn't get any more hungry watching this.
Mm-mm.
So you've basically dripped blood all across the blade.
Hmm.
Demetrious,
I'll hand him back his dagger.
okay, takes it back, cleans it off, and just kind of puts it away. And he settles over the sword, and begins waving his hands. You know, the wizards with the finger waving, everything.
Yeah. Blub, blub,
And
blub, blub, blub.
um, you do hear a couple words. You might pick up a Latin word here or there.
Hmm.
Your spiritus. You heard. You do hear a word here or two, but then there's others words and just languages that you're just not quite sure what that was. And he says immediately, "Show me the wound again." And he wants you to lift up your arm
Okay, I'll do it.
and make another rouse check, please.
Uh, 3 times. All right.
Okay, so not successful.
No, that's good. I got
It's
another
good.
8.
Okay, perfect.
Yep,
Okay,
it was good.
okay. The blade starts to sparkle a little bit. It's just tiny bits and you see the blood slowly start to almost like seep in to the metal. It's
Like I
like
was fascinated.
oh,
Wow.
imagine it's like almost like a sponge. Like it's just the
Yeah,
blood is just
it's
soaking
absorbing it.
exactly into, and then after about a minute, it looks completely dry. And Demetrius picks it up and looks at it and goes, "You're indeed his child. You have been lied to."
Wow.
He embraced me.
Yes, it would seem
And who
so.
am I? Who am I? What became of where? Now I'm angry. I am very
Okay.
angry.
Okay. This might need. I don't think we've ever.
Another rouse check?
I don't.
Or a
I
frenzy check.
a frenzy check.
Uh, how does that work?
You
I
click.
see a frenzy
You
button. Let's
you
see.
you click the frenzy button.
I don't even. Wow, I rolled a lot of dice.
A lot of dice.
Okay. Yeah, and what it is it's your humanity and your willpower. You got 6
Oh, okay.
successes, so you're
Yeah,
you're cool as a cucumber in that regard. You're just more
yeah,
you more of a cold, angry, seething kind of
yes.
you
Which
know,
is pretty much how Praetor is. He doesn't really blow up.
which
He
is
just
No.
gets mad.
which is
He's
He's
very
not a
cold
Bruja.
and like,
which is
yeah, he's
which is,
definitely not a Bruja. He's
Mm-hmm.
much more of a, okay, I will enact my vengeance at a later time.
I'm I'm gonna pause the recording for just a
Mm-hmm.
second.
I'm trying not to keep the camera in front of the light.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Thank you. I just want to make sure I got a little more light. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was
So
getting dark in here too.
yeah.
The regular table lamps weren't quite cutting it.
So yeah, he has delivered the news that you are indeed his child.
Now I understand why why the elders were so loath to accept me. And once Tervel's plots were revealed, or at least one of them, they did not trust me. They've been keeping me away from clan business, and now I know why. They don't know if I can be trusted. Another thing Tervel will pay for. At
Demetrius.
this,
Oh,
good.
Demetrius just kind of
No,
just sits back, just kind of lets you go off.
I we now have I have need to find him more than ever. We must I must ask him some questions before we pronounce judgment upon him. Can you aid us in finding him?
Indeed, I can. But my price will be I want no further involvement with your kind here in Sofia.
I can assure you that I will not interfere with your missions.
Yeah.
I cannot promise that of the actions of others.
He's
If
gonna
you keep to your
yeah.
if you keep to yourself and do not bother us, I think we will leave you. We will give you a fair. We will steer clear of you. Our kind seems to mistrust your kind,
It seems. I
and
don't
they
know
have no
why.
wish to truck. They have no wish to truck with your business. If you wish, so long as you don't harm us, I don't think anyone will harm you.
He
But
looks.
Tervel is a loose end on both our kinds, as it were, at least personally.
That is why I am willing to assist you this last time. Looks over at Esker.
Very well.
Are we agreed?
Yeah. If you want to be left alone, you can be left alone.
Looks at Hildegard and she's like,
Yeah, she's like,
Just a little
I don't
afraid
care.
of you.
Yeah.
I think.
He says very well. He takes the sword and he places it on a table, like there's a coffee table, let's just say. And after about a couple of seconds, you notice it starts like vibrating, like it's moving on its
Mhm.
own.
What happened to it? Should it be doing that?
No.
And
What did you do?
he says, You'll see in a moment. And after a couple seconds, it actually turns on its own and like points towards the door.
Aha. I've got it. You've made it locate him or point to him, have you not?
Yes, exactly. If he is still in the city, the sword will tell us so. And then
Is the way it's acting now telling us he's still within the city?
He leans down and actually just blows on the sword. And then it shifts a little bit and then like points further back, like it basically goes from left to center.
Mm-hmm.
And he says he is still within the city.
Why does that not surprise me? He was exiled, and yet he follows his own rules, does what he wants. I begin to understand why my clan might have why my clan would have problems with Tervel, amongst others.
The
He
blade
does not follow any rules but his own.
the blade will grow warm when he is within 5 feet of you, even if he's using his blood to hide himself from you.
Because now it is attuned, the blade is attuned to him and me with our blood.
Exactly.
And his blood is my blood.
Exactly.
Or vice versa. I thank you then for your aid. I will pick up the sword and kind of just look at it for, 10, 20 seconds, a little longer than just a casual glance.
Mm-hmm.
And like, do I feel it move? Do I feel it like shimmy or like?
If you pick it up and start to turn, it will go back.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
We can find him with this.
He says,
but first we must feed.
and he will get up and gesture towards the door. I bid you
Will it
good.
open for us?
And he's like,
I doubt it.
he kind of knocks on it from the inside. Wait, because he's inside now. Knocks on it, and you hear it. You hear that vacuum kind of sound open again.
Oh.
And he kind of just puts the door and says,
Yeah, a little shh.
Exactly. I bid you adieu.
All right. Well,
that sounds
thanks
French.
He's an educated man.
He's an educated
Yes.
man. Yes. All right. We will leave you alone. As you asked.
Praetor pauses, kind of looking over the sword, maybe lingering over it a little bit too long, and then kind of just nods his head. Thank you, sir.
Of course.
And then he takes his leave.
And you guys leave, and you hear the and the door goes. Okay.
Right.
When you step out, the sword twists immediately, and it is now pointing further north.
Okay. do we wish? I'll look at Iskra and Hildegard. How late is it? How long were we actually in there?
It's probably now about maybe like 10 o'clock. So
Okay,
the
so
whole thing. I sped through it, but the whole thing probably
yeah,
took a
yeah,
couple
yeah,
hours. So
yeah. Well, no, it's that now. It's later. Most people have gone to bed.
yeah.
Um, Praetor has a little bit of hunger in him, and at this point, I don't know if we want to try to proceed to find him tonight. So at that point, what he will do is look over at Iskra and Hildegard before we tackle Tervel. I need to take care of a personal need. Are either of you
course.
two in need?
Just trying to figure out what my character sheet says. You know?
What's your hunger?
Yeah, I think it's still there's one little dot in there, and
Okay,
three
so
that
you
are
just
not.
have
Three
one.
that are not.
I don't
Yeah,
know
just
where
one.
Hildegard was at, so
I don't know.
Hildegard is, I think, at 1, so she could eat.
okay.
Yeah.
Praetor does want to eat because he wants to go. He doesn't want to go after Tervel unless he's got "quote unquote" a full stomach. Because who knows what he might need to do
That would be
in
wise.
certain blood. Yeah, spending
Right.
certain blood, he may need to do that and then end up hungrier than he was. So he's ready to go hunt if he can keep the sword from doing its business for a little while.
He can. I mean, he can put it back essentially in the scabbard or whatever he had
Okay,
it.
then yeah,
But
he'll
it's
put it
gonna
back in. Yeah,
like. But
he's
It's
got it
gonna
sheathed.
move.
yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, no,
We're
that's
going
fine.
this way.
Yeah, that's what I figure. But he wants to go hunt before he tackles Tervel. That's a gimme
Okay.
because
That's
he's going to need
fair. Yeah.
he's going to need to be full strength and not distracted.
Okay. Okay. So your style is Sandman.
Yeah, so we're going to look. I'll look for somebody who's fallen asleep, even if he's drunk, but
Okay.
maybe somebody who's passed out in an alleyway.
Okay.
Anything like that would be his preference at this point because we're near the thick. We went to the wizard's house. We don't know where we are, but
Right.
once we left, the house disappeared again. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so are we in a nice section of town
Yeah.
for where the wizard's house was?
You're in a
Okay,
better
so we're
section
not
of
going to
town.
find anybody asleep on the street.
No. No.
We probably
No,
need to
probably
go
not.
back. We
Go
probably
back
need to go
towards the
back near
bar.
the thick sheep,
Yeah.
or whatever. Like if there's a slum that's closer. Although I don't know
Convenient
if
slum.
the wizard's house would be that close to a
No.
slum.
No.
Uh,
No. He doesn't.
but
He doesn't
we'll
live in
probably
that kind of neighborhood. So.
yeah
Oh.
we'll probably just go to back to the thick sheep. That's probably our
Yeah.
safe
Okay.
bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thick sheep is closed by the time you get there, but there's kind of a neighborhood around there. At this rate, you would probably either have to try to get somebody from the city guard who's wandering around, and off chance you're going to find them, or you're going to have to break into somebody's house.
Ugh, I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that,
I don't want to
but
break into somebody's house. I mean,
well, Praetor's actually not that bad at stealthy stuff like that.
I mean,
um,
Iskra's more like her way of doing it. I think is alley cat. You know,
Mhm.
sneak up on
yeah,
them.
she's much more of a prey
Prince.
upon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
or not Tervel. Praetor
Mm.
prefers them to be unconscious, so that they
I
don't
don't
even
care
see him
about
coming.
that.
Yeah. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Well, we'll try it the easy way. If we're not finding anybody here, then we'll go Iskra's route. See if we can't jump somebody.
Okay.
It's not my preferred way, but
Okay.
my way wasn't available.
All right. So you
And since
guys.
Yeah.
she's a little squeamish on breaking and entering,
No.
he'll be like, "All right, we'll do it your way."
All right.
Okay, so you guys then head back towards back the slums. The
Mm-hmm.
sword is at your side, like we're going the wrong way. We're going the wrong way. Um,
Hmm.
when you get back that area, you do find some vagrants. There's no fire barrel or anything like that, but
Mm.
they're hanging around. Um, are you going to use any kind of obfuscate to approach them, or are you just going to rely on perhaps your stealth and dexterity to approach them?
I'll try it without because I'm using some of those powers can obviously cause rouse checks.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I
Oh,
don't think
right.
the
Damn
first
it.
two cause any, but I'll try it my natural way
Okay.
first. I'm
Are
actually
they in
not
like
that
a
bad at stealth.
darkened place, or are
Yeah,
they
yeah,
like just
yeah.
they're kind of like in an alley or something?
Kind of an alley. They're just
Okay.
sitting down.
Okay.
So we need a Dex and Stealth from both of you. It's gonna be difficulty 5.
Okay. There's dexterity. And stealth is somewhere. There it is. Stealth. And I drag it in.
Hmm.
My stealth is a 3. My
Perfect.
dex
3.
is a
Okay.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
3.
There's actually 1 for each of you.
Mm-hmm.
So you are able to now, unless you want to drain them to death, are
No.
you taking just enough
No.
to resolve your hunger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
then Matt, I'm going to take 1 hunger off your sheet, and
That's
then
where I went.
Iskra, you're going to remove the 1 hunger from your sheet. You can actually just click on the skull, and it'll go away.
There it goes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So now you guys are a little better.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing takes you maybe an hour of walking and backtracking. So now you kind of get back on the track of where the sword was taking you.
All right.
Let's. Okay, we're at about our normal hour. Are we okay to stay for a little bit longer?
I'm all right.
Okay, just like to make sure.
Yeah, I should be good. Carlos, I have to go get Alex in about 30 minutes. So
Then maybe we ought to stop here,
Okay.
okay.
because I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to wrap that up in
Yeah,
30
no,
minutes.
I
So
have to go get him from school.
okay.
So
Okay, then I think this is probably a good place then to finish for the night. The coterie has now a way to find Tervel. So
Yeah.
I'd like to, as always, thank
Mm-hmm.
my great players. I think we've taken another turn. We've learned
Mm-hmm.
some secrets about Praetor, and
Yeah.
we'll pick up again in our next episode. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye.
Bye.